Hello everyone, this is Fabrice Ernandes, real estate expert in Miami. This week, we're going to look at the financial analysis of Stillwater, specifically luxury waterfront homes. As we do every week, we use Stillwater Drive as our reference point, take a 0.5-mile radius, and conduct a financial analysis of the homes, updating the data with the latest sales and rentals on the market. So what happened this week? Currently, we are talking about the week from July 30th to August 6th specifically. Listings are disappearing and prices are not going down. So we can see that prices are rising quite sharply and rental rates are still not decreasing. No homes were sold this week, but there are two major events we can note. Here, as you can see directly on this Excel sheet, 70186 TH Street in Miami Beach. The listing was withdrawn after 101 days on the market. This house was listed for sale at $9.9 million for a total of 2,873 square feet. The owner ultimately gave up on selling the property. Is the price high? Ask us. We do the financial analysis with you directly, case by case. Don't hesitate to contact us. 1405 Stillwater Drive. We can see it as well. The listing expired after 130 days on the market. The listed price was $5.5 million right here for this particular house situated on a lot. What we understand, owners are not finding buyers for houses at the moment. Prices still remain quite high and expectations are still very much there because prices remain elevated. So investors or even residents are waiting for a drop in prices, which is not the case in Miami Beach. We can see it. We've noticed that the average this week, annual decrease, we've observed 12.4%, but house prices are not going down. The houses that are selling are the ones priced at market value. Of course, today's market price is not the same as the market price in 2021. Let's continue here, but pay attention. So the withdrawal of these houses obviously reduces the supply on the market, which leads to an increase in house prices and, of course, drives up the prices of those that remain on the market. Let's look at rentals. The house at 70186 Street, as you can see right here, was withdrawn from sale and put up for rent. It is now being offered for rent at $38,000 per month, whereas it was previously at $42,000 per month, so a slight decrease, specifically an 11% drop with a ratio of $11.03 per square foot. This house remains premium despite the decrease. So let's note that this confirms a current trend. Rents are dropping slightly, but they remain among the highest in Miami Beach in this area. This area is still extremely sought after because, of course, it offers all the features of a luxury home. So, in a secure neighborhood, in an area where you have direct water access with a dock, and of course, many homes also have a pool. This confirms the current trend. Section: what happened here and what is the market telling us in general? Because we are looking at this period, we are looking at this. But what's happening in the overall luxury market here in Miami? Let's take a look. Sales are slowing down, but prices aren't dropping. That's what we can observe. And this is really something absolutely crucial to always keep in mind. Yes, sales figures are indeed down, but prices are definitely not falling at all. So homeowners would rather take their house off the market than lower the price. That's what I was just explaining to you recently. So the trend, what happened? What happened? In 2021, price increases were dramatic due to COVID and the surge in demand. What happened? Homeowners bought their houses at very high prices, which today are not going to drop. And on top of that, they got mortgages with interest rates between 2 and 3%, which was really something exceptional. So from the moment a homeowner wants to sell their house today, they want to sell it without taking a loss. He doesn't have any major drawbacks, except if he has a financial problem, since he benefited from a 2% rate, which is practically free money. So, because of that, he prefers to take his house off the market and simply wait for prices to go back up. We know very well that in every real estate cycle, after a drop in prices, there is always an increase that follows directly in the next cycle. When is it and at what point will the second cycle happen? We don't know. We don't have a crystal ball. However, we can analyze this for you. Here, rental prices are adjusting slightly, but they also remain high. Yes, when it comes to rentals, we can also see that prices remain high. Why? Because they are quite scarce. As you can clearly see here, on this comprehensive Excel sheet, we have barely 9 rental properties in total across the entirety of Stillwater Drive within a 5-point radius. It's primarily because the geographical location is highly favorable. And in relation to this geography, we have only 9 waterfront properties available for rent. So naturally, the demand for these is higher and therefore the prices go up. So we are seeing a shortage of reasonably priced houses. As the reports say, million-dollar homes are flying off the market in Miami. And that's exactly what's happening. Any house priced at $1 million and a half sells very, very quickly. Just this past week, we had a house in Norby Village, specifically in Miami Beach on Normandy Drive, with 3 offers on this particular house that was just under $1 million. You can see it detailed in this article from Real Deal. An investment banker has just sold his waterfront villa in Key Biscayne for $32 million. 330 Harbor Drive. And if it's not us saying it, it's directly from Real Deal, this article that you can also see. A 7,000 square foot house on more than half an acre was purchased by a trust that for now remains confidential. The luxury real estate market in Miami is currently doing very well. This particular kind of transaction clearly shows exactly that the luxury market here in Miami is truly thriving. The buyers are still here. Buyers with direct financial means are currently here in Miami, Florida, and extremely active in the market. The very high-end segment remains extremely active. So the buyers are there, but only for exceptional properties. Keep an eye on listings that are expiring or being withdrawn. What I can advise investors is that these often come back at a reduced price or even as rentals. This is a good sign for an investor if you're looking to buy. Very often, as soon as the owner puts it up for rent again, it's because they want to generate income to compensate. So there's a good opportunity to get a deal in these cases, which is very important. Here, and think about new developments. Why? Because we're now seeing in Miami that for some projects, there aren't many for single-family homes, meaning individual houses. There really aren't many. But with certain developers, you have the option of a leaseback, where they guarantee your rent for 1, 2, or even 3 years. That means once construction is fully completed and successfully delivered, the developer guarantees you a period of 1, 2, or even 3 years of rent directly. This is very interesting because on the day of closing, you receive your first rent payment right away, which is very important. So here is this week's report. As you can see, there are ups and downs in prices, but luxury properties remain highly sought after. If you have any questions or would like a free appraisal, we can do that for you. We can set up a completely free, no obligation 30-minute appointment. Don't hesitate to contact us about luxury homes. This is truly the main focus of our office, and we do this regularly every day, analyzing the market to keep you informed. So contact me directly. My number is displayed right here on the screen. You can also visit my website, which is very easy to find, just my first and last name, www.fabricehernandes.com. Activate the bell on this YouTube channel, give it a like. It will allow you to receive our weekly updates directly, because every week we do a financial analysis of homes on the lot to see the latest trends and how the luxury home market on the lot is performing here in Miami. If you're a seller, don't wait for the perfect world. It doesn't exist. The investor and the seller are 2 completely different things, but they do go hand in hand. Position yourself correctly with a good price. Otherwise, you risk having your property sit on the market, just as you can see in this report. Your property, as shown directly in this report, could be there for 100 days, 130 days, or even longer. We don't put a house on a listing just for it to sit there. From the moment you decide to sell your home, the goal is to sell it as quickly as possible. That's the goal of our company. That's the goal of our agents. And we're here to keep you informed and to help you through this process. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.